Jabali Upanishad. This is different from Jabalo Upanishad, which we have already discussed. So there should not be any confusion with the name Jabali Upanishad. Here it is a discourse between Paipaladi and the great sage Jabali. Paipaladi comes to this Guru with the same question which we find in all the other Upanishads, the most important question. He comes and asks, Kim Tattvam Ko Jivaha Ko Pashu Ishaha Ko Mokshobaya Idi. It's a very important question. What is the principle, what is the ultimate principle in life? What is life? And what is the cow? Who is Ishan? Who is the Lord? What is the means to moksha or salvation? There is no big question like this, no other important question like this. What is life? Who am I? What is my relationship with Ishan or God? What is my relationship with the other objects that are around me, like cow, cattle, all the other things? And what is the means to moksha or salvation? Very important question. So, the whole theology is about the relationship of heaven and the earth, of God and God's incarnation, and why they take different forms of incarnations at different stages. So, that is the most important question. So, Jabali gives the following answer. Your question is the most sublime one. So, I will teach you whatever I know, and then before listening to all the answers, so this Paipaladi is a very, very serious, very curious student, and he says how Jabali knows about all this, or how did he come to learn about all these secrets. Jabali says he learned it from Shanmugan. Then the question comes, from where did Shanmugan learn this? And Jabali says he learned all this from Ishan. And the question is again, how did Ishan know this? And to this he answered that Isha learned all these through Upasana, great tapas. And Paipaladi pleads to teach him all those secrets because he wants to know everything. And Jabali imparts all those mysterious lore, the secrets to him. And also he says, Pashupati is the cause of all jiva. And cow is just mentioned here as the embodiment of jiva, just as one embodiment of God in this world. So, Pashupati, actually Lord is described as the Pati, the husband of cow. That is, the Atman is the same. So, there is no difference. So, we have this bride-bridegroom concept in all important religions, so that is easily understood. Paipaladi becomes curious to know about the cow, and Jabali reveals the fact that the very life itself is the cow, and God is named Pashupati because of the same Atman in both. And Paipaladi asks again this question, how can one name Prana as cow? How does God become Pashupati? And Jabali gives a very interesting answer. What is the cow? What is its relationship with its master? The cow is an animal that eats grass, very simple thing. It is not a wise animal, not much wisdom. It is like a slave. It works for its master, gives everything to its master. And it tolerates all suffering. and it is in kind of perpetual bondage of his master. So this is a good comparison because he says our soul is just like this cow. It is under the control of God. Just as the cow is under the control of its master, our soul is under the control of the Lord. So that is the nice comparison here. So Pipaladi still asks how one can derive such knowledge, all these secrets in life. And Jabali says one can gain such knowledge by wearing vibhuti, that is the holy ash, and reciting prayers and mantras, and we get a description of several mantras, prayers given here. And one who becomes a true devotee like this, a true learner, whether he is a brahmachari or a sannyasi, he becomes free from all minor and cardinal sins. He becomes like one who has taken a dip in many holy rivers, because all his sins will be washed away. A curious learner, a curious student will slowly understand the secrets of life, the prana, life, and eternal life, and the relationship with the Lord, the soul and the Lord, the relationship with God and man.